Hey guys, Jen here from Millennial Next Door. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching my latest video. Before we get started, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can be alerted of when I publish new content just like this. In this video, I'm talking about starting an online store day one. Yes, that's right. I'm launching a new business. This has really been front of mind for the last couple of months now. I'll share a little bit of background on my history and my thoughts about e-commerce, and then we'll go ahead and dive in on my day one activities. So I have been working in e-commerce off and on for the past 5 or 6 years now. E-commerce actually afforded me the opportunity to quit my day job. I started a small women's apparel and accessories boutique that grew into a flourishing online business, which I later sold a couple years later. Since then, I've been working in blogging and consulting, digital publishing, and digital marketing, helping others to grow their business. So out of all the different businesses and projects that I've started, e-commerce has been one of the most successful. I was able to get my former online store up to 50,000 monthly page views and $30,000 plus in monthly revenue. I'm hoping to get similar results with this project. Now let's take it all the way back. What exactly is starting an online store? It's about starting an online website that sells products to customers. It's just that simple. Now, you can sell really anything you want, from coffee mugs, apparel, footwear, baby goods, toys, consumer electronics, home decor. You can sell digital products, online courses, ebooks, on and on and on. So you can sell anything that you want in an online store. You create a website, you put your products on your website after sourcing them, and then you sell to the public. Rinse and repeat, and that's how an online store works. Now, here are some of the pros and cons of starting an online store. First, because it is online, you get the opportunity to work from home. The unlimited income potential is awesome. I talked about making over $30,000 a month in revenue, and that was great. And there are stores that make much more than this. You get to be the boss, operate your own project, carve out a space on the internet to call your own, really make a name for yourself and build your reputation online. And starting an online store can be your day job. Just like I was able to quit my 9 to 5 for my e-commerce store full time, you can totally do that for yourself, leaving your day job for this. Okay, now quickly the cons, and then we'll dive into day one. Starting an online store is very time intensive. You can dedicate a couple hours a day to it, work on it on the weekends, however much time you can or you'd like to, but it does take time. It takes time to set up the store, to source products, to pick a niche and do the setup. And even once everything is up and running, continuing to run the store, day-to-day operations, all that takes time. Or it can be, I'll say, slow to start. It's not slow to start your store. I'm going to be creating a store and launching it within a couple days, but the process for getting your first customers can be slow, especially if you're not going to be using any type of advertising budget. So keep that in mind. Not always, and there are ways to attract website visitors and customers organically, and I'll get into that in this series. But the business can definitely be slow in the beginning. And then there is going to be startup capital required. I'm going to try to keep this very low capital. So it can be affordable. I really want other people to join me. I actually launched a Facebook group called Journey to 100K that I'll be opening up to you guys if you want to join the group. Follow along in the Facebook group in my journey, start a store of your own, and talk about what you do. That'll be available to you. The process can be stressful, not always, but it's a lot of stuff going on. You're learning and you're doing things, and all that can cause stress. And then, of course, there can be competition in your niche, and there's a lot of competition in the online store world, period. Okay, so with all that, let's get into it. First things first, you want to pick a niche. Your niche is going to be your store category. What kind of products are you going to sell? So you want to do some brainstorming to figure out what direction you're going to go. I've already picked a niche. This is a brand new niche I haven't sold in before in an online store, so I'm excited to tackle it. With that in mind, you're going to be sourcing your products, and here are some places you can go for that. Okay, so of course everyone knows AliExpress. This is a marketplace with sellers from Asia, and you can find products at cheap wholesale pricing, and you can do drop shipping, or you can do an inventory held model where you order bulk supply and ship it to your office. And then similar to AliExpress, there's DHgate, and then there's also sites like Banggood and Light in the Box, which are all kind of similar to DHgate and AliExpress. Depending on your niche, you can also source from places like LA Showroom, and this is if you are selling apparel. Another favorite of mine is Fashion Go, and there may be marketplace sites like this in other niches as well. Like if you sell consumer electronics or home goods, you may be able to find marketplace sites like these. If you need help finding a supplier, Google is going to be your best friend here. I would just type in your niche plus supplier or niche plus wholesale to see what you can find. Okay, so once you pick your niche and you have found your supplier, it's time to set up shop. And I use Shopify. I'm not going to go all out on explaining Shopify. It's a platform where you can run your online store. There are many different ones, including Shopify. I think Shopify is the best. I've used them many, many times, and I absolutely love them. They have a 14-day free trial. So to get started, you'll click Start Free Trial. You can enter your email address, password, store name, and start creating your store. I've already started this, so I'm going to go ahead and go into mine real quick. All right, so this is my store. For now, I have it called Millennial Printables. I've decided to sell digital products, mainly printables. So that's what I'm going to be selling. I really like the idea of selling printables because I create all the products myself. I don't have to source them. I don't have to worry about one of my biggest pain points in the e-commerce process, which is fulfillment. Fulfillment is where you are picking, packing, and shipping orders to customers. So if you have a store that sells shoes and you sell a pair of shoes to a customer, you pick the pair of shoes and you package it, you slap a label on it, and you ship it out. That's called fulfillment. It's pretty simple. It's not that it's hard. I just really dislike the process. I've actually hired fulfillment houses to do all my fulfillment for me, paying thousands of dollars just so I can get that headache off my shoulders. I really don't like it. I've tried before to be more open to it, but there's nothing you can do. If you don't like something, you don't like it. So this is cool because when a customer orders, they're going to get instant delivery of the digital product that they purchased. So I don't have to do any fulfillment. And so that part is hands off and really on autopilot. And I love that. So that's what I've decided to sell. Okay, so from here, I'm going to go to online store. And you can really do all this in any kind of order, but I'm just going to show you kind of my thinking. This is the theme that it had already placed on the store for me. You can change it. I'm going to keep it because I think it's going to go great with what I'm selling. Here's kind of a template of what it looks like so far. All these areas of the homepage are going to be images. So this will come together a lot better. And I like that it's going to be very product heavy on the homepage. It's going to show the products right away if the customer lands on this page. Okay, and so that's what it looks like. To control all these little working parts of the site, there's this left navigation bar here where you can swap out images, change the alignment, change the text, bold, italicize, whatever you want. And then as you're making these changes, just don't forget to hit save. All right, let's head back. I'm going to walk you through each part of the Shopify backend really quickly, and then that'll wrap up day one. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start creating the printables. So I'm going to create all the products, and then when I'm done, I'm going to load them into the store, and that's what I'm going to do today. My plan is to launch on October 1st. Today is September 27th, so I only have about 3 days. So today I'm going to create all the products, and that's really going to be the bulk of the work. It's going to take me probably 8 to 12 hours to get that done. Hopefully less, but we'll see. And that is what my task is today. And I won't do that here on the tutorial. I'll do that on my own, and then I'll go ahead and pop it onto the store. For creating the printables, I'm going to be using Canva. Okay, so let's go through the navigation really quickly, and then that'll wrap up the video. Okay, so this is where you control your backend. Of course, you have your home, and this is what that page looks like. On orders, this is when you get orders. You're going to manage all that here, so you'll be able to see the customer that bought, how much they bought for, what product they bought, etc. This is your products page. This is where you can add products. Real simple. Manage the inventory, set up collections, add gift cards, etc. And I am at home, so if you hear any background noise or laughing or playing, that's what's going on. Customers, so this is where you have all your customer information. Analytics, this is where you can look at all the data and analytics of the store, like the average order value, your total sales for the day or for a period, total number of orders. I love this page. It gives you a lot of great insight to important info on your store. Reports, and then this is the live view, so it shows you in real time how many customers are on your store. And then marketing, this is for creating marketing campaigns. You can set up discounts and coupon codes here. And then the Shopify App Store can be accessed through apps. This is where you can browse their huge store of apps in literally every category, from fulfillment to customer service, sales, operation, etc., etc. These are a couple apps that they're featuring. Some of the apps are free, some are paid. Some are free on a trial, and then they're paid after the trial ends. So make sure you pay attention to that. And you may want to go crazy on the apps. Really try to pick the best ones that are going to give you what you need for your store. And you can add apps at any time. You can also remove apps. And then the online store, where you can add a theme. You can write blog posts if you want to have that integrated in your store. You can set up pages like about or contact. set up your navigation and menu so customers can seamlessly browse through your store and find what they're looking for. This is where you can buy a domain and set that up. And then in your settings, this part or this page is really important. You're going to want to go through each one of these sections, particularly taxes, shipping and delivery, general, payments, just about every section you're going to touch on. Legal, the store's legal pages. This is really great because this gives you templates. So you literally just click a button and it'll create a template for you. And when you're done, you just save at the bottom and you're all set. There's not a template for shipping policy. You can create this on your own or not. You don't have to necessarily have this on your online store. Now keep in mind, when you create your template, it's going to pull information from your Shopify account, including your address and phone number. So because this is going to be live on the store, if you don't want customers knowing your address on your from your Shopify account, assuming you'll use your home address, you want to go through and delete that. So search after you create the template, find your address and phone number and delete that out so it's not showing. If you're using your like your warehouse or business office address, that's totally fine if you want to share that with the public. I assume, like me, a lot of you are going to be opening the store kind of working from home. So you're going to use your home address and your phone number when you set up Shopify. So just go through here and delete that out. You can also set up a free virtual address if you want to use that instead. Just go to Google and search for virtual address and you can get that set up and pop that into your policies. And you can do the same with a virtual telephone number. Okay, let's head back to settings. Okay, so that's really it. And my battery's dying. Thank you for watching. I would definitely love it if you could subscribe and check back for day 2. All right, bye.